Hello and welcome to my newest OffStudio episode. You are joined by me, your host, Choi, and I am not joined by Rasa. This week I'm holding my phone in my hand, so if things get a little bit shaky, I apologize for that. But yeah, today I am going to be talking about my ideal type, quote unquote, ideal type in friends, and basically how I become friends with people or how I choose to be friends with people or what I look for in friendships, etc. So yeah, I kind of want to start with like the type of friends that I don't like to have, I guess. Or okay, let me just go into like what I kind of look for. So I definitely like people. I'm like attracted to people who are um very passionate about something, anything. And like, I believe that everyone has interests, obviously, right? And everyone has different interests. Some people have similar interests than others, whatever, right? Like they don't have to be the person like I want to be friends with or whatever. They don't have to have the same interests as me. But I want them to be like really interested in something, like that passion for something. I don't even have to like it. Because I think it's so attractive when you are either seeing someone grind for something that they really want or when they're talking about something that they really want or really love. You know what I mean? Like you see like that light in their eyes and that passion, and I just like I'm very attracted to that. And like I think a lot of people would say they're attracted to that sort of thing. But to give a little bit of context in the way that I make friendships, I'm gonna go into like the instinctual variants of the Enneagram. If you're not familiar, good luck. But I'll explain it slightly. So there are three instinctual variants, essentially. There's the self-preservation, there's social, and then there's sexual. So those are the three types of instincts, and everyone has a dominant one, and then a secondary one, and then they're blind to the last one. So for me, I'm a self-preservation dominant, so for short you call it SP, and then I'm a social secondary, whatever the second one's called. So I'm a SPSO, so social SO, and then I'm SX blind, which is sexual blind. So the way that that works is essentially like that's the order of how strong those instincts are for me, right? So it's like in regards to like relationships usually too, and like how you instinctually are trying to live, I don't know. But for me, basically, like it starts off with like it's self-preservation. That's my first one. So I'm all about like security for myself, financial, career, relationship, etc. It's all about like security. It's not so much about thrill, or it's not so much about, oh, what will other people think about me. It's more of like a how secure do I feel, right? Or how secure do I think I am? And then my next one is social. So that's where like relationships come into play. I'm like, oh, okay, like I probably want to be talking to these people for the people that they know, connections, that sort of stuff, like hierarchy, like, oh, this person's on top, like you can't be mean to your boss, like that kind of stuff, like that, like that's where the social instinct comes in for me. But my last one, the instinct that's lowest for me is sexual. So that means I'm sexual blind, so SX blind. And that essentially comes across as like some people, they have these things where when they talk to someone, like a new person, they immediately feel that chemistry and connection to someone, and they're immediately either drawn to someone like intensely, or they're like repulsed, or I don't know, maybe it's not that strong, but they feel a sort of energy, and that influences heavily how this person is going to interact with this person, or how, where this relationship, like be it friendship or more, like how it's going to go. For me, even if I feel that sort of connection or intensity, like I can very easily ignore it. And it's not because I'm so cool I could ignore it. It's because it's really not a priority for me. And it's like related to sexual being my last instinct. So for me in general, like that was a like long roundabout way to say it's not so much about the first interaction with me. Like for me, when I'm talking to someone, it's not so much about like right when I met them, did we vibe, like did our energies align, like that doesn't really matter to me that much, which causes me also to like ignore my gut feeling sometimes about people, but that's a whole nother story. So for me, I end up being around people who I either think will help me in some way, and not in like a I'm using you sort of way, but more in like a we are mutually beneficial to each other. That's why we can also be sure of our love for each other, for lack of a better word. Like I like to, I don't want to be like someone that my friend I provide nothing for my friend. I give them nothing. I don't even give them joy or entertainment return. You know, I don't want that. I want like I like to identify what the things are that we bring to the table. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but essentially I tend to like people with big dreams. Those are the people that I tend to be attracted to, and I try my hardest with my SP heart to try to help them actually find a realistic way to accomplish those goals. But yeah, like I don't know. I mean, obviously people are surrounded by people who are not, you know, like sometimes I'm around people who are really they don't have big goals, and like that's fine too. You know, you'll figure it out. You don't need to know what you're trying to do at all points in your life. You don't really ever have to know. You know, you could just work hard or whatever. But yeah, definitely something that's, I don't know, this video is all over the place, but something that I'm definitely attracted to is just people who are hard workers, you know, people who can grind, people who actually work hard for the things that they want. I respect that a lot. And I went absolutely nowhere with this video, so I'm gonna end it here. If you guys have a comment or a question or something you disagree with that I said, I could reword something better probably. Like lots of things I said in this video I could probably reword, but yeah, let me know in the comments below, and let me know if there's any interesting topics that you want to hear my perspective on, which maybe you do, maybe you don't. But yeah, I will see you guys next week on my next off studio video. Goodbye.